Hello, friends. It's me, Christiana Gaudette, your tarot fairy godmother. I have a really special brand new tarot deck to share with you today. It is a deck that is available now and has been many, many years in the making. What deck is it? Visionary Woman Tarot by Kristine Gorman, forward by Benebell Wen, published by Weiser Books. So Weiser Books, Benebell Wen, and Kristine Gorman are all very, very important entities to the conference I run, StarCon. They're also very important entities to the tarot world at large. Now, when I first met Kristine Gorman, it was at the Northwest Tarot Symposium near Portland, Oregon, in 2018, and I met her because of this image. She had this image on her vending table, and I said, "Oh, it's Rachel Pollack." And she said, yes, and she told me that she was making Rachel the world and that she was designing a full 78-card tarot deck. And guess what? All of these years later, here it is. So for those of you who have been working on a project and it's taking a long time, sometimes the best projects do take a long time. So let's see what we've got here. It's a lift-off lid, and I will tell you, I did open it previously, and I did go through the cards, so I had some sense of them to share with you. And I did change the card order just a little bit. But first, let's look at the book. This is a gorgeous book. Kristine herself wrote it. She writes in the first person, which is really kind of nice. Again, forward by Benebell Wen. Fully illustrated, really nice. Book feels good in your hands. And in the back, we have some spreads. So really great. And Kristine's love of art, love of tarot, and personality, general personality, all show through in this book. Now, here's what I did. I had to go through and I had to see Rachel Pollack, one of the tarot mothers of us all, as the world. And there she is. So we're going to work backwards with the major arcana. Now, Judgment is such an interesting card. She did like a 180 on it. We know that the traditional Judgment card is the rapture, that piece of Christian mythology that suggests the end of the world. Kristine did a wonderful job taking that Christian bent out of it, but leaving deep spirituality within. What she says is, this is the book you were handed before you were born, the role you would play in life. And so instead of the end of the world, she's starting with pre-birth spiritually. And it's a really interesting take on that energy. We have the sun, which, by the way, is right there. And one thing I love about the book is she explains everything. Like, what are these beads here? Read the book, she'll tell you. I really appreciate that. Interesting take on the moon. I like it. Her artwork is so evocative and intuitive. This is so interesting. It looks like the tower is actually breaking a spine. Is that what I see there? Got to read the book. So I am pretty sure that there are more actual people in this deck than just Rachel Pollack. I did find the artist herself, Kristine Gorman, as the Eight of Pentacles, and I think there's probably others that we'll find. I appreciate that she has honored the Waite tarot tradition in some ways, but in some ways she has just added her own take, and her take is smart. A lot of times I think tarot people just come in and they're like, no, I think this should mean this, with no real explanation. She doesn't do that. Everything makes sense. And there, of course, is our cover card. The High Priestess is literally on the cover. And oh, how cool. That's the inside cover. Cool, right? I love this magician. Love, love, love this magician. I think it's interesting that the Fool is, it looks like we're riding a magic carpet, which is with a dragon. A whole interesting concept here. I kind of like it. Okay, let's just look very quickly at the minor arcana where, you know, again, there are ways that weight is very present in this deck and other ways not so much. It is pretty much structured like a weight deck and named like a weight deck. And thank goodness the backs are reversible. Thank you, thank you. I do not like backs that are not reversible because I like to read reversals, and I like it that Kristine talks about reversals in the book. Okay. What a fun Two of Swords. Some of these are really easy to understand for me. Some of them aren't, but the book makes everything clear. Who's that little guy? I have no idea. But again, I'm going to read the book and then I'll know. Do I think this is a deck I would work with professionally? Maybe. I'll definitely work with it on my YouTube channel. You'll see a lot of this deck over the next few years. I might work with it professionally as well. I think it would absolutely work. So standard size, completely reversible, well thought out, well written, obviously well illustrated with a very specific and beautiful art style. A deck that I believe was like a decade in the making, at least almost, pretty close. And absolutely worth the wait. Ha, no pun there. So this is, once again, Visionary Woman Tarot by Kristine Gorman. Would it be okay for a beginner tarot deck? With the right teacher, most certainly yes. Who would I recommend this deck to? Anyone who likes an interesting take on tarot. Anyone who likes to take a minute with tarot and dig deeply. Anyone who enjoys art that is intuitive, evocative, but not cheap. What do I mean by that? I think a lot of intuitive art does a lot with, oh, pretty flowers and fairies and birds and unicorns. And I love all that stuff, not putting it down. But this is a lot grittier. It's a lot more real to me. And I like that too. Visionary Woman Tarot by Kristine Gorman. Available from Weiser Books with a foreword by Benabel Wen. Get yours now. Thanks so much.